Tonight on KGW News, the burglar that made quite the entrance. How they got into the ceiling of a restaurant in the first place and how it ended. Plus, Portland's firefighters facing tough budget cuts.
No, everyone's going to be impacted by this, and no one's going to be safe if we're reducing the number of firefighters.
Then a new group joins police during homeless camp sweeps.
A lot of them have lived this way so long, they're accustomed to it, and they're just afraid to change.
The number of campers who took them up on their offer to go directly to drug treatment.
Finding something like this is actually pretty rare.
The Oregon coast discovery that experts say is more than 20 million years old. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm David Molko. We begin this Wednesday with a former Portland trailblazer, Ben McLemore, arraigned in Clackamas County Court today on accusations of rape. Catherine Cook is here with what we know so far about this case. Catherine.
David, this case is more than 3 years in the making. The victim pressed charges with Lake Oswego police back in the fall of 2021. That was during Ben McLemore's one season with the Trailblazers. Investigators say this case took so long because McLemore moved out of state and began playing overseas, delaying their investigation. McLemore appeared in Clackamas County Court via video this afternoon. The 31-year-old is charged with first-degree rape, first-degree unlawful sexual penetration, and 2 counts of second-degree sexual abuse. The U.S. Marshals arrested McLemore yesterday morning at PDX on an outstanding felony warrant. He currently plays basketball for a team in Spain. Court documents suggest the victim in this case was incapable of consent because of mental and physical limitations. Police tell us the charges stem from a reported sexual assault that happened in Lake Oswego October 3rd, 2021. That same day, Lake Oswego police say they collected evidence and connected the survivor with the victim's advocate. In February of this year, a Clackamas County grand jury heard evidence in the case and issued an indictment against McLemore. Today, the judge ordered him to have no contact with the victim and set bail at $500,000. She also signed an order authorizing McLemore to travel. Again, he's currently playing basketball for a team in Spain. Now, noting the duration of the case, Lake Oswego police said, quote, "We applaud the courage of the survivor to come forward and put herself through this arduous process, and we will continue to support her in any way we can." McLemore is due back in court July 1st. David.
Thank you, Catherine. In our homeless crisis, Portland police arrested 8 people on outstanding warrants this morning after they raided a homeless camp on the edge of downtown. This was at the corner of Burnside and 15th. Now, afterward, outreach workers asked campers who were left if they wanted to be taken straight to detox or housing services that help people get sober. A team at the scene saw only 1 person out of roughly 10 there who expressed interest in treatment.
I think that there's a strong addiction. Fentanyl is powerful, it's harmful, it's killing people, and they're scared of detox.
Like this is my whole home, everything, you know, and like now it's just gonna boom. Like they wonder why we're all out here and why it's so hard to transition and stuff. Like housing is so important.
Well, these efforts are part of an expanded program that pairs outreach workers with police officers. The governor calling that a, quote, way to break the mold, end quote, during Portland's 90-day fentanyl state of emergency that is set to end later this month. To get you caught up on tonight's other headlines, in Northeast Portland, a person died in their backyard while trying to remove a large tree stump. Fire officials say the victim was trying to get 1,200 pounds worth of stump out of the ground on Tuesday. That's when their safety equipment failed and the stump fell on top of them. Firefighters set up what they call a high-angle rope system to lift up the stump and retrieve the person's body. In Gresham, the 15-year-old accused of hitting a man in the head with a skateboard has now turned himself in to police. Officers say 58-year-old Terry Poulter was assaulted Sunday evening by a group of teens. Surveillance video showing the attack in downtown Gresham. Police asked for the public's help identifying what appeared to be the, quote, primary suspect there. The teen was with his parents when he turned himself in. He's now facing a charge of second-degree assault. And in Longview, a quick-thinking bystander who called for help along with a fast response from rescuers may have saved a man from drowning. This photo shows fire crews pulling the man from a slough near 36th and Oak Street Tuesday morning. The victim was suffering from hypothermia and exhaustion. No word on how or why they fell in. The Longview Fire Department says after the call came in, it took them less than 3 minutes to get to that scene. Oh yeah, that's something you don't see every day. New at 11 caught on camera a burglar falling through the ceiling at a Northwest Portland restaurant. This happened Sunday at the Top Burmese Burma Joy on Northwest 23rd. Police say the man recorded on video and another suspect took off with a safe and a cash register full of thousands of dollars. We talked to the CEO of the restaurant group who said the burglar made an elaborate plan to get inside.
The burglars actually came through the MT store, cafe right next to it, and they used a saw, electric saw, to actually cut through the drywall, and then got through the ceiling. It fell through the ceiling, literally.
All right, so up into one ceiling, then across, and then it's another, and evidently didn't watch where they were stepping. Oops. Well, if you have any information on that suspect, you're asked to contact Portland Police. New tonight, Portland city leaders are looking into what they can cut to save money, and this evening they held their first of 3 public forums. Alma McCarty listened in to see where Portlanders want those funds to go. Alma?
Well, David, many people signed up to give testimony, filling all the available slots this evening. Mayor Wheeler emphasized funds are limited this year due to several reasons, from one-time funding running out to the cost of transitioning to a new form of government. Speakers hope they'll value and fully fund certain programs, namely Portland Street Response.
In Portland, now's the time to weigh in on the city's upcoming budget.
We appreciate it. I look forward to hearing your perspective on how we can best address some of the issues deeply affecting our city.
Wednesday's listening session, both online and in person, inside the Portland building. A group calling themselves the Portland Raging Grannies, including Carol Miller, attended this first of 3.
We believe that the community violence prevention programs need to be fully funded.
They're hoping to sway leaders on this before the budget's finalized. But Miller knows there's only so much money to go around.
It sounds to me like there are going to be a lot of tough budget decisions to be made, and I really feel like the root level community programs really need to be funded.
A proposed $3 million cut to the mobile mental health crisis team, revealed earlier this year, pushed supporters to speak out.
Let the Portland Police focus on their mission of public safety, and Portland Street Response focus on helping people who are in crisis.
At minimum, PSR needs to have a budget that can help maintain service levels that allow for 24/7 service.
People of Portland, your constituents, want more Portland Street Response, not less.
PSRs housed within the city's Fire Bureau, which reported an $11 million budget deficit.
As firefighters, we want to see the street response continue, but so does the community. And I think so does the mayor and so does council. I don't think anybody's looking to make reductions in Portland Street Response.
But what Isaac McLennan, president of the Portland Firefighters Association, does fear are cuts to firefighters or fire stations.
Well, what I'm concerned about is a reduction in the number of firefighters on duty in Portland. If you remove firefighters from the fire station and close engines, close trucks, you're simply exacerbating that problem throughout the city. It's going to have a ripple effect all across Portland.
Now, it's still the early stages of the budget process, even though each bureau had to come up with a plan instructed to budget within a constraint for the upcoming year. The mayor has yet to present the full picture to council. That will happen in late April. The next listening session on all of this is on Saturday, the 13th at 10 a.m. David?
Yeah, a lot of trade-offs and a lot of questions. Thank you, Alma. Straight ahead on KGW News at 11, the Oregon School District now in jeopardy of closing down, how voters can choose to save it and why they might be paying more if they don't. And a prehistoric discovery on the Oregon coast, the rare find that's now captured the attention of the Smithsonian.
And I'm Matt Safino. A beautiful day today, including the sunset. We'll finish that one off for you. We've got some changes coming, though, beginning tomorrow as the showers roll back in. We'll time that out. The weekend looking better, and then mountain snow yet again.